Brother Kenny Rankin. Good, man. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. Absolutely.
Oh, good to see you too. Thanks for joining us for for our conversation.
Mm-mm.
Good afternoon, Fred Jones.
What's up, Brother Fred? Thanks for joining us. See Brother Theo on. Beautiful.
We just turned noon. We are live on social media.
Wonderful.
And
Well,
so let me go to you. Let me know when you're
okay.
ready.
Yeah, we can go now. Sister Troy, if you're ready and if there's no overriding objections, I think everybody who's on, certainly on behalf of our pastor, Dr. Keith Troy, and his co-pilot, Sister Brenda Troy, who's actually sort of our guide around here at the church, just in terms of overall health and nutrition. For those of you that do know her, clearly you know that it's more than just the talk. She walks it. And so we thought it not robbery to be able to bring her into our mentality mix this summer and have her talk to us a bit about her approach around nutrition and how it has helped to inform not only her faith but her ministry as well. So, with that in mind, I will yield to her, and she will designate how much time she wants to spend with us, and then we'll try to open it up. Not try.
Mhm. All right, all right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us and spending a few minutes to talk about something that is definitely my passion, which has become a lifestyle for me. And I want to share with you guys today just a few things. We'll talk for a few minutes, well, I will, and then open it up for questions. Let me say that I don't have all the answers, but the answers that I don't have, you can rest assured when I don't know something, I'm going to research it until I bump into it, till I find out what it is. So today we just want to talk about from the spiritual sense, physical and mental sense of taking care of these temples that God has given us. And at any time after we finish, any questions you would like to ask, please feel free to do so. So I wanted to start with talking about the fact that if we believe that God is who he says that he is, then we need to trust him with these vessels that he has given us. And so, of course, it's a difficult thing, and I call it a lifestyle change, not a diet. And the reason why we call it a lifestyle change is because diets most of the time they fail because you're going after a certain amount of weight to lose, and when you don't lose it you get disappointed. When you get back on the scale and you've gained 2 pounds, lost one, then gained 3 pounds, you get disappointed. So we believe here with extreme transformation, our health and wellness component, that it's a lifestyle change, and the lifestyle change is different for everyone. Everyone should know and speak with your doctor to find out how many calories should you individually be eating each day. All of us do not have the same number. So you would find that out if you spend some time with your doctor to find out exactly how many calories should you ingest uh, each day. So the Bible in Isaiah 48:11, it says, since God is the greatest good, he sets out to work all things for his own glory. And if we seek to lose weight for our own glory, we are at across purposes with God. He will not share his glory with another. So even in this, when you are trying to lose weight, and excuse me, I'm having an allergy thing today, so if you see me with my tissue, I apologize. But anyway, trying to lose weight on your own without the power of God, the power of the Holy Spirit, you will not be successful. But the word says he will not share his glory with another. So the concept of this is very important to understand. And if you look at a second illustration in the Bible, Judges 7:2, the Lord said to Gideon, the people who are with you are too many for me to give Midian into their hands. For Israel become boastful, saying, my own power has delivered me. So he had to shrink the army down so that they wouldn't think that they did it. So the same thing with us in our physical bodies. Letting God lead you to a healthy lifestyle, you'll be successful. So if you allow God to give you the power and lead and guide you each day, definitely you will understand that you are delivered from overeating, from being overweight. You are delivered not by your might, but by God's might. So most dieters, when they're dieting, they're doing it for their own glory. They have a motive for losing weight. They want to slim down because it's the class reunion. I'm getting married. I'm going on vacation. Those are the wrong reasons to slim down because after the
Oh,
to
I
where
think we lost her there. Adam, we'll cut to
you
you.
definitely will be
There she's back.
successful.
There you go. We lost you for a second, but go ahead there.
Okay,
Miss,
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Mike?
we lost you for a second, but you're fine now. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. All right. So First Corinthians 10:31, whether then you eat or drink or whatever you do it all to the glory of God. So we don't look at scriptures that way when we are trying to lose weight or we trying to go to the gym and work out or we trying to eat better. But the word says, whatever you do, whatever you eat or whatever you drink, do it to the glory of God. So if you see it as the word is saying, God had to reduce the size of Gideon's army so that when they won the battle, they would understand not to claim the glory for themselves. So when we look at this piece with health and wellness, just because someone is skinny, skinny does not always mean healthy. What we're pushing for is for us to have a healthy lifestyle. You may not be as skinny as your neighbor, but just because your neighbor is skinny does not mean that that person is healthy. Skinny does not always mean healthy. Uh-oh. We got an echo going on, Mike.
No, I'm sorry, but go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay. So when you do this piece with health and wellness with God, it gives you a greater hope and it gives you stronger motivation when you realize you're doing it for the glory of God, not for anything else, not for anybody else. You're doing it for the glory of God. So your motivation will change because God will be pleased at what you are doing because you will understand that He is who He says that He is, and He has all power to maintain and give you the discipline that you need to eat right. Any questions so far? Okay. All right. So, amen. Mm. See, and the thing about it is the fact that he created these bodies. He knows what we need, how much we need, and where to get it. Most things that are healthy come from the ground. So if you have proper motives and the reason why you want to take care of this temple, it's going to be successful. I can tell you from my own lifestyle, I'm very disciplined and I'm not missing any meals, any food. And that's because you need to be well in order to do the things that God is asking us to do in ministry and in missions. And if you're going to be a disciple, how are you going to disciple somebody if you're out of energy, you're tired, you're not able to minister to them because you don't have the strength to do that? So when we do it for the glory of God, it will work. And prayer would be the turning point for anybody that's on this line that's struggling with being well. So prayer would be the key. So Psalms 115:1. Now unto us, O Lord, not to us, but to your name give glory because your loving kindness and because of your truth. Psalms 115:1. We should do it for you, even if you think about it's because of his loving kindness and because of his truth. All right. And so whenever a person turns to the Lord, the veil will be taken away because the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit is, there is liberty. We good? All righty. So, one of the things that I wanted to mention to you guys is before you start any program, whether it's exercise or whether you're changing your diet or whether you want to try some new things, you should always meet with your physician first. You should never start any program without meeting with your doctor first. And the reason being, every meal should have a protein, a carb, and a fat. So your doctor will know how many grams of fat do you need per meal? How many grams of protein do you need? So you would need to meet with your physician because your doctor is the one that knows your body, the true truth, not what we tell people. People say, well, how much you think you weigh? We come up with a number, but most of the time it's not the real number. So you should never start a program without having a physical with your doctor. Your doctor will be able to tell you how many calories you should consume daily. Your doctor would know if you're a diabetic, if you have hypertension, whatever your physical ailments are, your doctor will be able to give you a guideline so that your body will be well. There's nothing worse than having anxiety or having hypertension because you're not eating enough food, or becoming borderline diabetic because you're eating too much sugar. So it all needs to be in balance and moderation. And let me tell you, some people say, well, I don't want to give up this, I don't want to give up that. Well, giving up certain things is better than a copayment. Yep, yep, yep. So you should always have 5 meals a day, depending on your calorie intake. 5 meals a day would start with your breakfast. 2 hours later, no later than three, a snack. 2 hours, no later than three, two and a half, no later than 3 hours, you should be consuming lunch. 2 hours after that, you should have another snack. 2.5 to 3 hours, you should be having dinner. Okay. First thing in the morning, depending on if I'm training, it depends on what I'm having. If I'm training, I usually eat applesauce in the morning. The little travel packets, I usually eat applesauce and a banana before workout. After workout, I have a protein shake, and then I may have breakfast. I don't eat grains a lot, hardly at all, but I usually have a banana, probably a waffle, a protein waffle, and that would be my breakfast. 2 hours after that, my snack is going to be mixed nuts with raisins, or I'll have sliced apples with peanut butter, or I'll have uh, sliced oranges and kiwi mixed up together. My lunch could be, I don't really eat meat that much, depending on how well we train, whether or not I will eat grilled chicken, but not really. So my lunch would be a fresh salad with fresh vegetables sliced across it. Very rarely do I use salad dressing because salad dressing has calories unless you make your own salad dressing. If you make your own salad dressing, then great. If you use salad dressing, you should never pour the salad dressing over the entire salad. You should put the salad dressing in another container, take your fork, dip your fork in the dressing, then eat your salad. So that would be lunch. 2.5 hours later, you can find me eating sliced apples or another banana or grapes or cherries or oranges. Dinner time will be grilled or baked fish, asparagus, and a purple sweet potato. That would be dinner. So you got to have your fat, your carbs, and your protein should be at every meal. Your serving size should be the palm, the size of the palm of your hand. That's the serving sizes. And you can find the good plate, the plate that can give you the serving sizes. You can find that it's on the health.gov. Health.gov. On that website, you can find the plate. It's called the pallet, the cover plate, and it'll show you what your serving sizes should be. One of the things that gets us to be overweight is our serving sizes. We eat too much. We eat a lot. And we do everything with food. We celebrate every event with food. Weddings, graduations, what else? Birthdays. We celebrate retirement, everything with food. And so we're always eating. And here's the thing, when you think about it and you start studying the Word of God and you look at how God will control us with our eating, you will learn that your health and wellness, it's not worth 15 minutes a day. When you sit down to eat, you do not eat longer than 15 minutes. That is not worth you being unhealthy. So you don't live to eat, you eat to live. So what you consume, you are what you eat. So if you have a lot of fat, you eat a lot of fat, and you look down at your tummy and it looks like it's going to deliver any day, that means you need to cut back on some things. Okay? Yes. So you're eating. So if you're not eating enough fiber, it won't be able to release that stomach. You have to eat enough fiber to get rid of it. You really, really do. And you need to work out the minimum of 3 times a week. But your fiber intake will help you trim and slim down. If you eat meat, it should be lean meat. All right. And a lot of times we feel like we have to have sauces on our meat. Y'all got it all slathered with barbecue sauce and all these things. So at this point, we'll move over to the slide where you can learn about some things to eat. And remember, it's a lifestyle change, not a diet. You're not going to win by deciding to do something hard, go hard cold. You're going to do it cold turkey. No, you have to gradually learn to get to where you need to be. The more you practice it, the better it will become. All right. So, Mike, if you put up, let's talk about activities and then we'll get to some food. Mike, you have a slide that says moderate activities.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I'll
it's
put it up
okay.
one second. Just give me a second here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's okay if you don't. I can read it.
I got it. Let me see. Let me modern activity. There you go.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, let
So,
me thank
gentlemen,
you.
we are talking about being healthy, being well. You've got to incorporate exercise into um, your daily existence, should I say. So moderate activities would be ballroom or line dancing. Mike Nicholson, you would like you like that. Biking on a level ground or with few hills, canoeing, even gardening, raking, trimming shrubs, sports where you catch and throw, baseball, softball, volleyball, tennis, using a manual wheelchair. If someone's in a wheelchair, instead of having a motorized one, use a manual wheelchair, using hand cyclers and water aerobics. The hand cyclers also are called ergometers. You can use that. So those are moderate suggestions for exercise. Everybody can do something. If you are sedentary, I want you to begin to pray about that and get up off that couch today. Right? Vigorous activities. I can only say a few words without stopping to catch my breath. Aerobic dancing, biking faster more than 10 miles per hour, fast dancing, heavy gardening, digging or hoeing, hiking uphill, jumping rope, martial arts such as karate, race walking, jogging or running, sports with a lot of running, basketball, hockey, soccer. Now, some of y'all can't play basketball anymore, but it's okay. Try a little bit to get the cardio. All right. And then swimming, fast or swimming laps, and tennis. But what you should do is choose your way to get the activity, whatever exercise you enjoy. You should choose that and practice doing something each day. All right?
Two things, Minister Troy and
Yes,
Adam.
sir.
Um, for the audience, particularly those online,
Hmm.
if you have a question, please put it in there and we will post it. And then also, Minister Troy, you mentioned a website that they can find information. There's another one you have, healthfinder.gov.
Yeah.
I just want to make you aware.
It's
Yeah.
health.gov and it has health.gov dietary guidelines.
Thank you.
Hmm. So most of the information we use, we get it from there. All right, let's talk about your sodium. To reduce your sodium intake, Mike, that's the next slide. You should learn to read the you got a different slide than me. Okay, it's cool. No, that's right. Um, learn to read the nutrition facts, the nutrition labels. You need to learn to read that so that you can know what you're eating. If you can't spell it, you shouldn't eat that. If it's, I'm gonna just use like a long hammer. If it looks like that, you shouldn't be eating it. If it's too long and you cannot um pronounce it, you shouldn't be eating that. And the further the way the word sugar is, the better it is for you. If sugar is number two ingredient, you want to put that back. But the further the word sugar is away from the label, the better for you. There is an application called Yuka, Yuka. Yes, it is. Yes, Yuka. So Yuka is an app that when you're shopping, my brother caught me at a store, Fresh Time. He was like, "What are you doing?" I am scanning the food so you can see if it's good for you or not. Yuka will tell you the percentage of what the food, how good the food is for you. So it goes from 0 to 100%. So anything 50 and above is good. So when you scan it and you get something that says 27%, 15%, 31%, put that back. So when you download the program, it'll give you an example of what to look for when you scan the food. Because some of the things that they say is healthy for us is not. And sometimes when they say organic food, it's not. So Yuka will help you in selecting foods that you should be eating, even your snacks. It does everything, your drinks, your snacks, um, food like, they have all these protein bars and they say the protein bars are good for us. We should eat one of those after we work out. Actually, you might as well eat a Snickers bar. Yep, that's how much sugar is in some of these protein bars. So you might as well just go ahead and eat the Snickers and be happy about it. YUKA has a carrot on the front of the app. Yep. It will assist you in the things you can eat. Now, don't be disappointed about some of the things you've already been eating, and Yuka is telling you it's only 5%. Don't get upset. Today's a new day. Today's a new day. Exactly. Yep. So when you purchase canned foods, select the labels that say reduced sodium or low sodium or no salt added. Reduced sodium, low sodium, or no salt added. When you buy canned foods, rinse the food off first to remove off some of the sodium. If you use cans, it's better to use fresh or frozen, but if you do cook out of cans, rinse it off and drain it to rinse some of the sodium off. Gradually from today on, today is July the 23rd, moving forward, try to reduce the amount of sodium in your foods. After a time, if you continue to practice it, excuse me, your taste buds will change over time. There'll be time when you try to put salt on it, you won't like it anymore. The time will change it.
Mm.
Try to consume more fresh food than processed food. Processed food would be something that you buy in a package, something that you have on the shelves, something that you have in your freezer, because they have to do something to it in order for it to survive on the shelves or in the freezer. So that means it's processed. So try to buy more fresh foods than processed foods. Processed foods are high in sodium. All right. Eat more home prepared foods. That's where you'll have control over the sodium and use as little or no salt uh, as possible. Try not to use salt containing seasonings. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna give this to you quickly. I wanted to get to
And what slide do you want to be on there,
the
Minister?
one that's the Whole Foods.
Oh, I got you. Thank you.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So here we have a chart. It's about the Whole Foods. Go Foods eat almost anytime. When you prepare your menus, a Go Food is a food that you can eat almost anytime. A slow food is something that you eat sometimes or less often. That would be fried chicken, Mr. Kendall, Mr. Adam Kendall Troy.
I
Eat
just had
sometimes or less often. Woe foods are eat them only once in a while or on special occasion. So that would be fried chicken, sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese. You know we should not be eating macaroni and cheese.
really, you're
No,
killing
it's an
me.
artery clogger. You can
Mm,
research that. You'll find that the cheese, macaroni and cheese, is one of the things that can clog arteries.
mm.
And
Oh,
most times, people that meet people that eat American cheese, I want you to know that American cheese is not even real cheese. If you set a match to it, it'll catch fire.
Wow, wow.
Right. In extreme transformation, I go to McDonald's and I buy a hamburger. I take a black magic marker and put the date on the back of the hamburger. I show it to the ladies the first day that we buy it, and let them see me write the date on the bottom of the bun. I will sit the hamburger in my office for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I bring the hamburger back. It looks exactly like it did the first day I bought it. Now, who wants to eat that?
Hmm.
It's processed. Whatever they use to keep it like that,
Yeah.
no, no one should be eating that. Kenny, why you got your head down? You eat at McDonald's?
I know. I know. Yeah, I
These are
know.
just some guidelines. I just want to encourage you. I just,
It makes perfect sense, but it also illuminates for me, how I thought I had didn't have a really healthy diet, but after this, I have a horrible diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
added fat and sauces and sodium. A slow food, sometimes food, will be vegetables and sauces, oven baked French fries, and avocado. Those would be sometimes foods.
Hmm.
Once in a lifetime, once in a while, not lifetime, I'm sorry, once in a while foods would be fried potatoes like French fries or hash browns or any other deep fried vegetables. Those would be once in a while foods. Not getting French fries every day or every other day. That would be once in a while food.
Hmm.
Go food, breads and cereals, whole grain breads, including pita bread, tortillas, whole grain pasta, brown rice, hot and cold unsweetened whole grain breakfast cereals. Those would be things that's almost meat food. You can eat those almost anytime. Slow food, white refined flour bread. Y'all know y'all like some rolls. Y'all like white bread rolls. And I'm not just saying men, women do too. This is a sometimes food, a slow food. French toast, taco shells, cornbread, biscuits, granola, waffles, and pancakes. It's a sometimes food. Eat it sometime, not all the time. And I'll give you one more. Once in a while food, croissants, muffins, donuts, sweet rolls, crackers made with trans fat, Sweetened breakfast cereals. Breakfast with sugar on it, cereal with sugar on it, that would be a no-no. Okay, sugar, if you're bloating, you need to meet with your doctor to find out why the sugar is making you bloat. You need to find out, making sure there's no underlying health reasons why you're bloating from eating sugar. And then if your doctor says that's what it is, then you need to refrain from eating sugar. There's so many things you can eat that has natural sweetness to it, like peaches, cherries, apples, bananas, uh, oranges. Those have natural sweets. So if your doctor says the sugar is what's causing you to bloat and that you need to refrain for it, there's 1,000 other things out there that can make you satisfy that sweet tooth. Hmm. Yep. Somebody said they haven't had McDonald's in 16 years. Amen. Amen for that. All right, let me give you one more of almost me foods, slow food, and once in a while food. Milk and milk products, fat-free or 1% low-fat milk. I was at a farm over the weekend. I was out the country and I went to a farm and I fed the cows. Well, I was looking at what they eat and what comes out. No, thank you. I'm going to pass. No, thank you. So reduced fat, fat-free cheese, low fat or fat-free cottage cheese. That's an almost me food. So you can eat that almost anytime. Slow food, sometimes 2% low-fat milk, processed cheese spread. You should only eat that sometimes. And once in a while food, whole milk, is because it's full of fat, American cheddar, Colby Swiss, cream cheese, and whole milk yogurt. Those are once in a while. You should have those things. All right. Mike, there's a slide because it's almost 12:30 because I want to give time for questions. There's a slide that has tips for healthier choices. Let's go there. You right, Theo. Theo says whole milk has pus in it. It got a whole lot of stuff in it. We, yes, it does. When you see the cow being milked, no, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna give you some tips for healthier choices. So these alternatives provide new ideas for old favorites. Don't forget to check the food labels to compare calories and solid fats. You want to make sure that you're not eating saturated and trans fat and sodium products. So let's talk about some of the alternatives that you can use. So if you like baked goods, so if you eat croissants, donuts, those type of things, try hard grain rolls, try English muffins, bagels, reduced fat or fat-free muffins or scones. So if you like party crackers are when you go to a place, an event, and they have the what they call the hors d'oeuvre tray, and you got the crackers with the cheese. Try to stay away from those party crackers. You want to have low-fat crackers, saltine or soda crackers, but choose the ones that have low sodium. Cake, here we go. Pound cake, chocolate or yellow cake. Choose angel food cake, white cake, or gingerbread would be a little bit more healthier for you. No pound cake. That's why it's called a lifestyle
Lord
change.
Jesus. Yep.
Who said Lord Jesus? Uh, somebody said I'm getting off. Somebody said I'm getting off. That's Michael. Cookies, fat-free or reduced fat cookies, graham crackers, ginger snaps, or fig bars. Remember, I said it's a lifestyle change. These things will help you get to your goal where you want to go, where you want to be. Fats, oils, and salad dressing. If you use regular margarine or butters, try light spread margarines or olive oil. If you use regular mayonnaise, try light or diet mayonnaise or mustard. You can also try vegan mayonnaise. It's good. It don't taste bad at all. Vegan mayonnaise doesn't have the animal fat in it. Regular salad dressing, try fat-free or reduced calorie salad dressing. Lemon juice or wine vinegar you can use on a salad. Lemon juice tastes great on a salad. If you use oil, shortening, or lard, preferably nobody is using lard anymore, use non-stick cooking spray or stir frying or sauteing your food. Y'all good? If you eat ice cream, try sorbet, ices, sherbet, or low-fat or fat-free frozen yogurt. If you use whipping cream, like whipped cream on a shake or it's okay, Mike. He said I'm tripping now. If you use whipping cream, like whipped cream on something, try using imitation whipped cream made from fat-free skim milk. If you like cream cheese, try using a cream cheese that's a fat-free cream cheese or a vegan cream cheese. See, don't eat with your eyes. Just because it says vegan does not mean that it's not good. Vegan means there's no animal products.
Minister Troy, there's a question online.
Yes.
What about food oils to cook with? Avocado oil or canola oil? What's best to cook with?
Well, avocado oil and canola oil burns fast. So it's better to use those oils. I myself, excuse me, I use a oil that I get. There's a place at North Market that sells oils. I can't think of the name of it, but that they sell oils that you could use to cook with. But canola oil and avocado oil, you got to watch it because it'll burn fast. But that's better than lard and better than some of the shortenings. Vegetable oil is a good one to use.
Thank you.
hmm So if you use coffee cream or non-dairy creamer, liquid or powder, try using low-fat 1% or reduced fat 2% milk or non-fat dry powder milk for your cream. All right? Everybody good? Mike said he was hanging up. Don't hang up. All right. Any questions so far?
Say so one of the challenges that I have is I'm on the run and I rarely cook. There we eat on the run often. And so that even is a bigger challenge to get healthy foods. So what's your recommendation for the person that cooks less
Mhm.
than eats out more?
Can you see my Can you see my hands? I'm ready, Kenny. All right, here's the thing. And please know, gentlemen, I'm encouraging you to be well. All right.
Yeah,
You're going to have to make some sacrifices
sure.
to be well. Um, I prepare my food, Kenny. I don't care where I go. I prepare my food. There is containers that you can use to put your food in to keep it warm or cold.
Mhm.
It's that important to me to have my food with me so that I will make healthy choices. So when
Mhm.
we don't have the food that we need to consume, we make bad choices. We're
Right.
going to eat out. We're going to stop at a fast food place. So let me give you an example. And my brother know this is a true story, but this happens to me every day. Wherever I go, I have food. It doesn't matter. Wherever I go, I bring my food. My children have said I've embarrassed them. I'll pull salmon out of my purse in a minute. If
Mhm.
I go someplace and there's nothing on the table for me or wherever the event, in about 3 minutes, you're gonna see me pull out grilled salmon that's in a container that keeps it warm and broccoli.
Mhm.
I'm not even embarrassed about it. It's that important to me.
Yeah.
We were at a family reunion in Alabama one time, and we went to a restaurant for breakfast. Well, on the menu, there was nothing for me to have that didn't have fat. So I looked at the menu. My brother and pastor and my sister-in-law, we were all together at breakfast. There was nothing that was healthy for me on that menu. I reached down in my purse and pulled out my own waffle. My brother almost had a fit. He said, "Did you just pull that out your purse?" Yeah, I did. There was nothing for me, and I brought it with me. I even said to the waitress, "Don't charge me for this waffle. This is not your waffle. I brought it with me." It's
Okay.
that it's that important to me.
Yeah.
So let me say this. In my unit, I'm the only one left in my family. All three, my father, my mother, and my sister, all three of them died of diseases. I'm not interested. And
Yeah.
all of them, if they would have changed their lifestyle, their diet would still be here today. My
Yeah.
mother had pancreatic cancer. My sister had colon cancer. My father died of a stroke. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Both my
Yeah.
mother and sisters, theirs was connected to diet.
Hmm. Yeah. It clearly is a discipline and a lifestyle change. So I appreciate that, and I applaud your discipline. I just, you know, it sounds like you've been this way for a while,
I
right?
have.
And so what can you speak just a little bit about the transition when you weren't necessarily like this to how you transitioned to this and how you incorporated that discipline over time?
Okay. So the discipline, so over time, once I decided and learned that food was medicine, I read a book at the Cleveland Clinic one day. My mother was there for treatment for her pancreatic cancer. So I read this book while I was waiting in the waiting room, and it talked about trans fat and what it does to our bodies. And I was like, well, I don't want to eat that. Well, what is trans fat? Then I learned how many things we eat has trans fat in it. So that was the first thing I attacked was how was I going to eliminate things that have trans fat, like fried chicken, like fried pork chops, um, ribs, different things like that, especially when we put the sauce on the ribs. So that was the first thing that I had to learn what exactly has trans fat. And I began to eliminate it slowly but surely. My brother will tell you, I cook a mean fried chicken, but you won't see me eating it. Yeah. And I don't push it on my family. Pastor, we have two meals going on. I prepare one for me and one for him. It's that serious for me. So it did take some time, Kenny, but what my reach was, and like I read to you guys, first of all, I learned to honor God. My temple needed to be clean. And so I needed to learn, how do I do that? How do I become well? So the first thing that I attacked and eliminated was trans fat. The next thing was sugar, desserts, because I can make a mean cherry pie, a mean cobbler. I will make it for you, but you won't find me eating it because of the sugar. So I get most of my sugar from natural things, apples, bananas, grapes, cherries, oranges, kiwi, mangoes. Those things they're sweet. So if you have a sweet tooth, you need to grab on one of them and pretend like it's a slice of pound cake. I know it don't look like it, but gentlemen, we only eat. It takes you 15 minutes to eat a meal unless you're having conversation with people. 15 meals of eating is not worth you having an unhealthy lifestyle. It's not worth it. So as time
Mr.
went on, Kenny, I became stronger and stronger and stronger. And then I started working out. I was always an athlete anyway. I ran track and I was a gymnast. So I was always an athlete. But then I added the training into this lifestyle so that the food and the exercises goes together like a right and left hand. They go together.
Minister Troy, this is Mike. I do have a question.
Yes,
If you
sir.
could go into more detail, the challenges that I have is that, for example, there's a vegetarian restaurant that I kind of like, Portia's Cafe, but they're true vegetarian, but I can't get used to their menu.
Okay. Find
So
another
I
find
guess
another place.
but I guess, it's because I, I like you put like if I like pound cake, but what's the alternative? I don't know what the alternative is, And that's what kind of drives me back to the pound cake. And so I think you talk about angel food cake, the other things, but that I think is a struggle for me and maybe many others. Like, what is the alternative? Um,
Okay.
Go ahead.
So you're going to have to, like we talked at the beginning, you can't do this lifestyle change without God leading you. I promise you that. If God is not leading you and giving you the strength to push forward, you're going to fail. You are, because you're going to be tempted with something like that pound cake, like you said. So you have to pray that on this day, you can only take one day at a time and one meal at a time. Take one meal at a time. But on this day, you want to be stronger. You don't want your eating to be out of control. You don't want to satisfy a strange craving or whatever that craving is. You got to alter it. That's why when I say if you eat sour cream, eat Greek yogurt. I use a sweet potato instead of using butter or whatever. I put Greek yogurt on a sweet potato. Don't knock it till you've tried it. It's delicious. So you have to, and if you go to the one vegan restaurant, Mike, and you're not really filling their menu, find a different vegan restaurant because they all are not the same. I hope that's helpful.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So I'm probably not a good person to ask that. And the reason why I say that, because for me, I'm going to probably pay what it takes. Let's put it that way. I will alter something else. I'll sacrifice something else in order to get my healthy food. My brother would tell you I go to 4 stores on Saturday for my groceries. I start at Giant Eagle, I go to Whole Foods, then you'll find me at Fresh Time, and then you'll find me at World Market. On Saturday morning, you can find me at any of those places. I'm going to be there. And reason being, one of them carries things that the other one does not to make your menu. The way to really save the money and get the best out of your dollar, will, is to create a menu. What is it that you're going to need so that when you do go grocery shopping, you won't buy things just to buy them. So I try to create a budget of what I want during the week. And over here at church, we eat lunch together every day. So I try to think in my mind what I want to have for lunch. If I don't bring a lunch, we'll all usually pick up something. But the push is to sit down and mentally map out your menu so that when you go to the grocery store, you only need one bag of potatoes. You only need this much fruit, this much meat if you eat meat, this many vegetables. Planning is the key to the financial pinch of it. That way you won't waste money. Mhm. Cedric says, my household spends more money on food than anything. Ditto. All right. Any more questions? Ask me anything. Which fat? I didn't hear it. I don't know what that is. I may call it something else. What
Stomach.
is visceral fat, Mike?
It's stomach fat.
Men is the most dangerous fat is visceral fat.
Well, you don't want me to
Yeah,
answer.
your physician will tell you there's a visceral BMI and then there's a total body BMI. And the visceral BMI is where all of our challenges come from.
But is your doctor
Yep.
offering you a suggestion of how to get rid of it?
Oh yeah, I mean they're not saying anything different than you're saying about that. And sugar is the biggest culprit for visceral fat.
Yeah.
And so their their recommendations for that is the same as what you've stated. But for men, we carry, I mean, that's the worst place for us and the easiest place for us to carry fat is in our bellies, in our visceral. And
Because
you
you're
can
not
tell
leaving
the difference.
you're not leaving enough room for the organs that's in there.
Correct. Correct.
Yep.
And
So
Brenda,
that's
please
why
be
Go ahead.
Please be careful driving while you're watching too. You're
Yeah,
driving.
yeah, yeah. Don't be watching. Who is that? That's Kenny. Yeah, Kenny Rankin. But so men gain fat in their stomachs. Women gain it from the waist down. Our thighs and hips are our challenge. Men, it's your stomachs. And sit-ups is not the only way to get rid of it either. Fiber, increasing your fiber to push that fat out. Broccoli is like a toothbrush. If you're not eating broccoli, you should add it to your diet. Broccoli is like a toothbrush. It will go from the sides, the sides of your stomach and act like a toothbrush, pulling those toxins out of there.
Hmm.
All right. Mike says he loves broccoli. Good. It's good for you. All right. And we don't usually use that word. That's why I said I don't know what that is. We just say belly fat. Well, now I learned a new word.
Um, Minister Troy, Kathy Bean has something about Greek
What she
yogurt.
doing on here is for men. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Any
I
other
have on the
question?
screen there. Greek yogurt is yummy. Um, Try that as opposed to sweet potato. Is there a
She
question?
said, is Greek yogurt yummy?
Yeah, as opposed to sweet potato.
I put the Greek yogurt on my sweet potatoes. That keeps me from using butter. So it is good on the sweet potato. Don't knock it till you try it. And you can make a protein meal. You can make a meal that says that will give you your protein and your fat and your carb. So you got the potato, put black beans on the potato and a scoop of Greek yogurt. And let me tell you something, it's so good. So you got your carb, your fat, and your protein.
Remember what that was?
The ketchup,
Yeah. Uh,
uh, did I give you Rio? Rio?
no, I'm looking at it now. It's sugar-free G by G Hughes.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was able to find it over in Giant Eagle. And it looks like G Hughes is actually African American. His
Yes.
picture is on.
I believe he is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't notice that it tastes any differently.
Good.
Not for
Good.
me. Yeah, but
So
sugar-free.
yeah, so Adam is saying I'm trying to push him to decrease his sugar. So I gave him a alternative to ketchup. And ketchup, condiments have a lot of pork in them, just so y'all know. So I was trying to encourage AT to eat ketchup that has less sugar. Anything that you eat, you can find it with less sugar.
Mm.
Anybody else? Any other questions?
Okay, so I do want to make a change. I just don't know how fast it's going to take.
It is online too. You can come back and review it online.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna post it, Mike, and I think we had great success in doing that, Mike McGee, right? The last go around, I think we had over maybe 1,500 views afterwards, which was great.
Great, great, great. Just encourage yourself each day. You know what? Should I be eating that? Use that Yelp uh app if you go when you go grocery shopping, and just each day try to do something better, something different than you did before. Watch your grain intake. So if you don't know, grains sometimes make little tiny holes in your stomach and your intestine.
Hmm.
Grains do. So try to decrease your grain intake. And so you can research that. You can find it online. You'll find many articles about grains. And grains would be like when you're eating grits, eating oatmeal, rice. Um, I forget. There's a few more things that's in the grains family. It doesn't say not to eat them at all. It does say we should decrease eating grains.
Hmm.
Minister Troy, Kathy Bean has online, and any of those who are online on Facebook or YouTube, you can ask questions. She's asking, what type of vegan cheese and butter do you recommend?
Okay, if you go to any place like Fresh Time, Whole Foods, they have a butter. One of them is Daya, Daiya. Daya is a good one. And then there's another one that begins with a V, Kathy. It's not coming to Viola. Viola. Viola has butter and cheese. For your sour cream, you can use, what is the name of the sour cream? You asked me too fast. It's at Whole Foods. It's non-dairy. I think it's made with almond milk, but if you're allergic to nuts, that wouldn't be a one to get. The almond milk. So Daya and Viola, Kathy, they're both good. Now you have to decide which one tastes better for you. I like the Viola. So, but you have to decide which one tastes best for you.
Minister Troy, Kimberly Mitchell wants you to repeat the type of ketchup that they missed that you recommend and substitute.
What's the name of it, Adam? What I give you?
I'll bring it right back up. It's G as in good, Hughes, G Hughes, sugar-free ketchup. Mike, I think I may have texted over to you. You probably can show the bottle actually, but it's
Okay.
G Hughes sugar-free ketchup.
All right. Thank you.
And then the one thing I want to make sure that when you're eating meat, make sure it's lean meat. 90, cold cuts and lunch meats. And if you eat cold cuts and lunch meat, you might want to pray about letting that go. Cold cuts, hot dogs, and lunch meat, it's a gathering of things. It's a gathering of items. That's the best way I could put that. But it has a lot of sodium in it. Like if you're eating sub sandwiches with the ham and the salami, and you may want to pray about letting that go. Poor Mike, he is shaking his head. Mike, this is encouragement for a lifestyle change.
Mm,
Lifestyle change. But those processed meat. It's processed meat. If you go to a deli, especially an Italian deli, and you ask them how did they make the salami and how did they make the corned beef and the bologna, if he show it to you, you probably won't eat it again. But it
mm,
is a gathering of items, just so y'all know. The hot dog is a gathering of items in some sort of skin.
unbelievable.
Unbelievable. But you know what? As a culture, we were not taught these things. We were
True,
not. We just
true.
ate them. We just ate them. We ate the fat back and the collard greens. Collard greens taste good without the fat back. Ask my brother, he's had mine. Ain't no fat back in there.
True that. True that.
All
We've got
right.
about 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay.
I want to make sure that we try to get all of the questions answered as much as possible. And as Brother Mike mentioned, this will be posted and on YouTube, etc. afterwards. So whatever you didn't get, you'll be able to go back in and make notes. The full recording will certainly be on there.
Now, before we go, Cedric Granger and myself, Cedric Granger, we were talking, and Cedric Granger gave up meat completely. How long, Cedric, did you give up meat?
Really?
Yes. And the
Oh,
reason
nice.
and the reason why I'm bringing it up, because if you have hypertension, Cedric gave it up, and Cedric's blood pressure was amazing after he
Hmm.
gave up the meat.
Lower the medication because it was making me kind of sick because it was so low.
Are you able to come on camera, Cedric, or no?
No, I'm in a place where I can't come on camera.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then also, Adam, here is the ketchup you're talking
Okay, you
about.
guys see that? That's in at
The
least my
sugar-free
top right
ketchup.
hand corner. Yep, sugar-free ketchup.
Okay.
G Hughes.
G. Hughes.
Yep.
Yes. So
Nickel.
anything that got, gentlemen, anything that you are eating now that you're in love with, there's an alternative that will help you get healthy. So it doesn't matter whatever you like. You can
Like
find the
Nicholson.
I love you, Mike.
He's like,
I love you, Mike. I love you, Mike. But really, anything that you really enjoy, there is an alternative. And let me say this, when you begin to eat healthy, your body is going to respond. Your skin is going to be healthier. You won't be dry. You won't have, if you have breakouts, the food will help with less breakouts. I'm a
Hmm.
living witness that food will help your body, help your skin, help them feet that y'all need to be putting Vaseline on. Food will help you. All right. Any other questions?
For some background, a lot of the things that Mrs. Troy discussed today about the salads now. Even for my wife back in the day, you may know when y'all had your lunches, I was making salads, and sometimes I even nibble on the salad for breakfast. So,
Yes.
yeah, so that starts your day off really healthy, also. But this was really wonderful, and I want to thank you.
Last thing before you go, find out how much water you should be drinking a day. Take your weight, divide it by 2. That's how many ounces of water you should be drinking daily.
Yes,
Uh-oh,
Pastor, we can hear you.
uh-oh.
We can hear you.
I have to endure, and just pray my strength. Y'all getting this for an hour. I get it daily, just daily. All right. Let me simply say, Bay, I appreciate you sharing all of this with the men and the difference it can make and will make. You alluded to it, but I think people really need to know that your discipline really came out of the losses that you had. And you just made up your mind you wasn't going out like that in terms of that. Many of you don't know. Brenda's mom died at 49 and sister died at 60. I just want y'all to put that in perspective in terms of those kind of things. So this came out of a major loss for us in terms of those kind of things. But as the person who lives with her, this is not something she thinks. This is who she is. And the secret to this is there are 2 different sides of the pantry in our house. My grandchildren come to my side of the pantry, and they don't go to the grandmother's side. But just thanks for all of this, and encourage all the men who are on here, and those who are not men who listened in. We appreciate y'all support as well.
Appreciate you, Pastor. We are reminded that obedience is better than sacrifice.
Amen. Amen.
Man, that's all.
Right. So what y'all having for lunch today?
Okay, time for me to get off. I'll be on my way.
Gotta go now.
I'm following my father's advice. Everything in moderation.
Gotta go now. Well, again, Mrs. T, we certainly want to thank you for sharing your time, your talent, and all of the information. Brothers, thank you for tuning in. On the director side, we got together maybe about 2-3 months ago now. And just to roll this out as sort of a summer pilot series around making sure that, if you notice, the title is Mentality. And so it starts with the mind shift. And so our first one was to bring to you Dr. Eric Ward, who talked about knowing your numbers. Ms. T obviously brought to us about food as medicine concept. And then 30 days from now, we'll have Brother Ryan Hunter talking about the physicality in terms of things that you can do really around the house or at your office. So I appreciate you tuning in. Keep praying for the work that we're doing here at New Salem, and be sure to spread the word. And hopefully we'll see everybody 30 days from now. Ms. T, thank you once again.
All right, Mike, can you put my email up real quick?
Please.
If anyone wants to talk later or have questions, they can always email me. And if I don't know it, I'll find it out for you.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do it right now. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome.
Fantastic. While he's putting that up, guys, it is B. Troy at New Salem Cares with an S.com. B. Troy at New Salem Cares with an S at newsalem.com.
Nobody want to talk to me now. Look at Mike. He done with me.
You're getting the Maloik. That's what we got. You're getting the evil eye, the Maloik.
Right.
All right, my brothers. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Get out of here.